Here I am in my Windows system and with no data loss. I have all my data, everything on here, so I don't need to worry about my data being lost. But I urge you to back up your data in case anything goes wrong. Just open your web browser and search about the operating system you want to use. For me, I want to use Ubuntu in this demonstration, so I just have to search Ubuntu and then download the latest version of Ubuntu from the Ubuntu website. Here you can see the Ubuntu 24.04 LTS, and I can just click on the download here to download it. And here I have clicked on it, and let's see what happens. You can see the ISO is downloading here. So after the download, I can just go ahead and flash it. But I have already downloaded this, so all I have to do is to download the flasher too. And in this demonstration, we'll be using Balena Etcher, which is something ISO flashing tool which can help you with the flashing method. You can choose to use Rufus, or you can choose to use Ventoy, or any other one that you know, and it's going to sort you out. Here I don't have Balena Etcher already set up, so I have to wait for the download. Balena Etcher has been downloaded successfully. Just click on this icon to begin running it. Balena Etcher has been launched successfully. So what you have to do from here is click on Flash from File and then select the Ubuntu ISO that you have already downloaded. And after you have selected the Ubuntu ISO that you have downloaded, put in your USB stick, and if you plug in your USB stick, select the USB from this side, then click on the flash. I have already flashed it, so I just have to skip this. After the flashing process is done, right click on your Windows logo and then come to disk management. On the disk management, here you have to make some partitions that you install the Ubuntu on it, or any Linux distribution that you choose to use. Here to create a partition, right click and then click on shrink volume. Here it shows me the information of the available space I have left and the amount of space that I can shrink. The shrinking simply means the amount of space that you want to divide or you want to partition for the Ubuntu side. So I prefer this space that is left that they have already given me, which is about 200 gig that I will be installing the Ubuntu on. So just click on shrink and then it's going to begin with the shrinking process. Here, as you can see, I have 265 gig and then this is where I'll be installing my Windows. If you have any issue in this point, please let me know and I'll be sorting you out. Now, after you have created the partitions, you have to reboot your system. So please make sure you have saved all your data before you start with this one. You need to make sure that the USB that you have flashed the Ubuntu on it is inserted into your laptop. Now click and hold on the Alt key, then click on F4 to show this pop-up menu. Click on the down arrow key and then click on Enter. When the system starts to reboot, click on the interruption key to show all your BIOS settings. So my interruption key is Enter key and I have done that. So my BIOS key is actually the F1 key. Now as you can see that my BIOS is logged and I don't know the KG logged system and I can't bypass this log. The bypassing method takes a lot of process and it's not a thing of today. So you just have to click on enter and it's going to take you in, but you can't change anything. Now I am inside the BIOS settings. If you are someone that your BIOS system is unlocked, just come to the security tab and then scroll down to secure boot. Make sure secure boot is disabled, and thank God mine is disabled already before this machine was shipped to me. And then if secure boot is disabled, also come to the boost options, which is the UEFI BIOS update options, if you click on this one, you have to make sure that flash BIOS updating by end users and the secure rollback is also disabled. If there is any chance that you can enable the SGX, just click on it and then enable it. But in my case, it is disabled. No problem, you can just keep watching this video. Now that you are done with the security, come to the configure section and click on USB, then click on it. Make sure these two are also enabled, and most of these things are enabled automatically in the system. Now if you are done, click on F10 key to exit the BIOS. Now you have to click on F12 to show your boot menu, and then the USB drive will be selected from there. Here you can see the USB drive is popping up at the top there, so just click on it. And there you can see the Ubuntu grab page loaded, and now you can just select the Ubuntu, try or install the Ubuntu. And in your case, it might be another operating system. It might be Fedora, Linux Mint, or any other Linux. Now click on enter on this, and it's going to take you into the Ubuntu system. Now the Ubuntu has been loaded successfully, and here I want to look at the dark mode, so I just have to select this place and click on dark style. Here it is on dark mode, and I prefer English, so just click on next, and the keyboard layout, choose your keyboard layout out of this place and then click on next. You can choose to connect to a Wi-Fi, or you can choose to not connect to a Wi-Fi. And in my case, I'm choosing not to connect into the internet, and if I am done with the installation, I will update the system myself. Here it says install Ubuntu, or you want to try Ubuntu. Here I want to install Ubuntu, so select the install Ubuntu and then click on next. Come to interactive installation and click on next. Default selection. Here you can choose to use the extended selection, but I prefer the default, so let's just click on next. You can also install the third-party graphic installations, and then because I'm not connected to the internet, I can't do the additional video format. Here, as you can see, it says install Ubuntu alongside Windows Boot Manager. It has already detected this, so you don't need to do any hard work or configure disk, creating EFI and swap partitions for it. It has already done that, and it will do that for you. In other Linux distributions, it's just the same thing alongside, but they are not just going to tell you install Ubuntu alongside. They are going to select a free partition that they have seen from the disk. So here, if this comes, just click on next. Here you have to type your name and your password, and do that really quick, then keep moving on. Here you need to select your location, and after you've done that, click on next. This is happening because of the graphic driver installation. After updating the system, everything is going to be fixed. Click on install. Here the installation begins. After the installation is done, you have to click on a restart. When you click on a restart, your machine restarts, and click on a boot interruption key again, which in my case is enter. Now I can see that my boot menu key is F12. Now that I'm in the boot menu, it's on the Windows Boot Manager. So here you have to use the other one at the bottom, which is for the Ubuntu or the Linux distribution that you are using. Click on enter on it, and it's going to boot into the Linux distribution. Into the grab menu, and as you all know the grab menu, you can choose to install Windows, you can choose to boot into Windows or proceed with the Ubuntu boot. type the password that you set in earlier, and I have typed mine, and it's going to take you into the Ubuntu system. Here you can see it is greeting you with a welcome to Ubuntu. So just click on the next, and this place you can skip the Ubuntu Pro, and then here you can choose what you want, then click on finish. This is for the Ubuntu users. For the other Linux distributions, you are not going to need to go into these processes, but this particular one you need to do it. Just type sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade. After that, you have to come to your control center and then connect to a network. When the network is connected successfully, then hit enter on the command. This is going to update and upgrade your repo, and then you need to restart for this. After this upgrade and update process is finished, just click on the Ubuntu, come to the application setup, and then look for the software update utility. Now here it says what you need to get this 875 MB of an archive, and then you can click on the N or Y to agree. So you can proceed with this. You can use the software updater to also check for updates and then complete with whatever thing you want to do. In my case, I'm not going to use this version of Ubuntu. It's for demonstration purposes. So now let me put into the Windows so you can see that it is working. All you have to do is to just restart, and then it's going to boot directly into the Windows. In case when it boots into grab, just select Windows from the grab menu. Because I have a locked BIOS, it will boot automatically into the Windows. There you can see the Windows logo is actually loading, so you have to wait. Here I am in my Windows system and with no data loss. I have all my data, everything all here, so I don't need to worry about my data being lost. But I urge you to back up your data in case anything goes wrong. Thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe to the video, and I'll see you in the next one.